Hi everybody, Beanmeister22 here. We're going to talk about something weird again today. If you remember from my recent video where we talked about Blu-rays and DVDs and how to get them even if they have not been released here in the US, or how to get the movies early. I know you're asking, what the hell is a Blu-ray and a DVD? Well, for you youngsters out there, in the olden days, we watched movies on these little plastic discs. Alright, anyways, today we're going to talk about movies and TV shows that you might see online that are labeled FYC, or for your consideration. In fact, after you watch my video here, do a Google machine search for your consideration, and it will come right to it. First and foremost, I am not promoting or saying you should purchase for your consideration DVDs or Blu-rays, because it's not technically legal. It's not illegal. They were just not meant for public consumption. For your consideration, discs, promotional packages, and other things along those lines are sent out to the voting members of different entertainment award groups, such as the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, the Emmy Awards people, and they are also sent out to like Hollywood Reporter, Variety, Backstage, all those kind of things. They are advertising, I believe sent by the producers of the show to get voting members and members of the media to watch it and say, hey, it's a great show. Now for the media members, they get the disc, they watch the show, they say, oh, it's great, and they write articles about it telling people, watch this, it's great. For the voting members of the various award groups, it's a for your consideration. Hey, watch this. If you like it, give me an Emmy for it. Or hey, if you like this, give me an Oscar for it. These are very similar, or the modern version of what used to be called screeners. I had a friend whose girlfriend was a manager of a video store. And for you young people who have no idea what a video store, it's a place we used to go to rent and buy videos. And she would get screeners, she would bring them home, and we would watch them, and then across the bottom of the screen, the entire TV show or movie, it would scroll, not for public viewing, this is for screening purposes only. And why would they have screeners? Well, it's because they want you to put these movies or TV shows in your video store, so they would produce these screeners well before the show would come out on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, whatever the media format was. So while it's still in the theater, we're sending this out to the video stores to say, hey, check this out. You should put this in your store. And we got to watch the movie at home, sitting on the couch in my underwear, while everybody else had to leave their pants on and watch it in a movie theater. But yes, that scrolling across the bottom saying you shouldn't be watching this was kind of a pain. But you get used to it. Kind of like when you have that friend who always has to have the closed caption on, and then you find yourself just reading that instead of enjoying the show. You get used to it eventually. So the show we're looking at today is The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. And it's a for your Emmy consideration set or disc or package. And technically it should not have been sold, though you see many people selling them. They were originally sent out probably to somebody who would actually vote on the Emmys as a promotional advertisement trying to get the vote. Hey, watch my TV show and give me a vote. And I believe technically it is property of the Emmys. Long time ago I went to the Emmy website and it said something about, hey, don't send them back to us. You can't sell it. Don't show it to anybody. But we still own that thing. Kind of like the award. If you get the Emmy or an Oscar, you're not supposed to sell it, auction it off, or do any of that without the express written permission of the organization that gave you that award. And they can take it back. That's in the fine print. Always read that TOS, right? So here's the big warning you need to understand. What you're seeing right here is not the first season of Sabrina, nor is it the second season. To my knowledge, the only season that really came out on disc, Blu-ray or DVD, was the fourth season, and I believe that was also the last season. Yes, it's a Netflix show, but I believe there are many shows that actually started on Netflix that came out on DVD or Blu-ray. Just like on Amazon, where the Jack Ryan was Amazon, and it also came out on Blu-ray. Why do I have it? Well, I heard about this TV show and I wanted to check it out. And I didn't want to download a bootleg, so I went to search for a disc. And like many TV shows, whether it's on Amazon or wherever I purchase it, if I'm not sure about the show, I buy the first season. And then if I like it, I usually buy the whole thing. Did that with Schitt's Creek, bought the first season, enjoyed it enough, bought the whole thing, and then was really disappointed about the comedy and where the show went. It really wasn't that good towards the end. It went from a good comedy to more of a dramedy. But I did enjoy the characters, and for the most part I enjoyed the writing. Though the premise was a little sketchy. I mean, really, how could he own the town but really not own the town? So when it comes to these for your consideration packages, sometimes they are a complete season. Do they have any value? No, not really, unless it's a TV show that actually didn't come out in the US. Such as this show. In fact, I have seen the first season, complete first season, being sold for $199. Is it worth it? No. Now here's why that is. I thought this was the first season. This was labeled as the first season. And then when I got the disc, I was a little disappointed because it had Season 1, Episode 1, Season 1, Episode 2, Season 1, Episode 8, Season 1, Episode 9 on one disc. And then on the second of this 2-disc package, had Season 1, Episode 10, and then went to Season 2, Episode 1, Season 2, Episode 6, Season 2, Episode 9. So it's really just a taste of the show, not a complete season. I have since went online and viewed, finger quotes, the episodes that weren't on here, and I have learned the show is poorly written. The acting is so-so, depending which characters we're talking about. The concept was great. The cinematography is actually pretty good. And really, we can file this in the category of a TV show that had so much potential, but fell way short. Am I going to keep watching the show? Well, I mean, heck, I already started it. You got to find out how it ends, right? I'm currently in the second season of the show, and I legitimately purchased the 4th season, which should be here in a few days. So the moral of the story is, don't spend $30 on something you think is the first season of a TV show. Well, it's only just a selection of episodes from the first, and in this case, first and second season. Very disappointing. How can they be selling these, you ask, if you're not supposed to sell them and it's really property of the Emmys or whoever's in charge of the Emmys? I went to the Emmy website and it said, hey, don't send them back to us when you're done. Contact your local municipality to find out how to recycle it, because they can be recycled. Now, first off, I never knew you could recycle DVDs and Blu-rays. Nor have I cared, because it's just so much fun just to take them and wing them as hard as you can as they fly like a flying saucer. Wait, I didn't say that. Never mind. They explicitly say on their website, hey, don't send them back to us. We don't want them back. We own them. You can't do anything with them, but they are ours. I'm paraphrasing, sorta. So people throw them away. They just kind of stash them somewhere, give them to friends. Somebody stumbles upon it, and they put it up for sale. Are the people selling them now on eBay actually Emmy voters? Probably not. Could they be somebody who worked at a magazine or TV station or something along those lines who came across it? Yeah, maybe. Remember we had that one friend who worked in a movie theater who got the promo posters and was told he can give them away, he can keep them, but he cannot sell them. Because that's what the studios do with these movie posters that I buy all day long on Amazon. And of course there could be a legitimate reason. Somebody croaks, you're clearing out their house, you find these things. Well, I don't want these, I don't want to throw them away. Let me put them up for sale, or I'll sell them to somebody who will put them up for sale, or I'll give them to somebody. We don't want these to go to waste. So if you see the exact package I'm showing you here, you need to know it's not a full season. On the back of it, it says, for your consideration, Netflix.com expires August 31, 2019. Netflix LLC, all rights reserved. Oh, and am I concerned that Netflix or Emmy is going to say, hey, you need to give that back to us? Not really, because I'm kind of disappointed with the quality of what I got. Not just in the show, but in what actually came in this package. Will I leave a poor review on eBay? Well, you can't do that, otherwise no one will want to do business with you. It's kind of like those reviews you leave on Amazon. If it's a poor review, a lot of times they are removed. I know that for a fact because I've had several removed, and they were legitimate poor reviews. Years ago, on an Olympic collectible Lego set with those Lego minifigs for the London Olympics, I received several nasty messages from the toy shop in London selling them to me for not liking the review I left. And it was legitimate not liking because it was missing parts, missing collectible, one-of-a-kind, limited edition, Olympic commemorative minifig parts that were only sold in Great Britain. So my days of scathing reviews is over. If I'm not happy, yeah, just going to give it a thumbs down. Kind of like here on YouTube. And really, I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, but mostly I do it not even logged in, so I can't comment and I can't thumb up and thumb down. That's just how it is. So if you do get a comment from me, it means I actually took the time to log in and leave the comment. Alright, I hope you learned something. For your consideration, DVDs and Blu-rays cannot be sold, should not be purchased, may or may not be a complete season or even a complete movie, and have very little collectible value. And if they do have any collectible value, it's in that short period of time before the movie or TV show is released in the US, or if it's never released in the US. But in that previous video, I told you guys how to get TV shows and movies that are never released in the US. So really, they are worthless, but people still buy them, thinking they're really cool. And I know this because when I was doing research on them, I went to a couple message boards, and the most frequent question I saw is, "Hey, I found this For Your Consideration DVD. Is it worth anything?" And they were very disappointed to find out the whole list of people saying, "No, they ain't worth nothing." All right, so have you ever heard of For Your Consideration, or FYC? Well, in this case, it'd be FYEC, For Your Emmy Consideration. And my final word on this is pretty much just steer clear of them. They're not really worth anything. Leave your comments in the comment section. Hey, as always, thanks for watching.
Beanmeister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.